Hello everyone. I thought I would join you or get you to join me for my morning coffee. I'm still in my pajamas, so excuse me for being a dag. So I just wanted to say I'm feeling a lot better. Some of the things that I've been doing to make that happen have been just avoiding everything as much as I can that was causing me stress. And YouTube was one of those things. So if I'm not been replying to comments or you've sent me a message and I missed it, I'm sorry about that. And the other thing was getting back into spirituality. Now, it's really funny because I was toying with atheism. And I have a lot of sympathies with an atheist view. I mean, I watched The Atheist Experience, and I agree with the vast amount of what they say, And I guess, it's just amazing, though, like, the effect. I mean, I've got this woman who's a Wiccan high priestess sending me lessons, right? So I did the first one, and it's, sort of like background information, a lot of which I already knew, and then an exercise, and then you have to do a test. But just sort of I spent like a whole day sort of putting myself in that headspace, and just doing that, it had a huge effect on how I felt. There's a podcast that I used to listen to called Dio's Shadow, that was like pagan themed, and on one of their podcasts, the host was talking about whether or not he believes in magic, like the truth of whether it objectively exists as a thing. And he said that when he was younger, when he was first getting into it, there was an older pagan who said to him, magic is a highly powerful form of psychotherapy, and that may well be all it is. And he said that at the time that he heard that, he was really offended, but later on he came to believe that could well be the truth, So I don't know, you can't objectively prove some of these things because I have had in the past, and I won't use examples because that's against the sort of creed of my spirituality to boast about what you've done. But I would just say, sort of vaguely, I have had things that I have directed my intent towards in a very what do you call it? in a very powerful manner. I've had them happen, and some of them were sort of unlikely things to happen, and they occurred. But as an atheist would argue, it could be that it was going to happen anyway, and what I did had nothing to do with it. But what I do know is there is maybe a part of your mind that certain people, maybe not all people, perhaps atheists have a way to do this in a different way. There is a part of your mind that, in my experience, can only be activated through spiritual practice. Perhaps it shifts your brainwaves to a different frequency, that improves your well-being. I don't know. I also know that not all spiritual practices work for all people, or that, you might practice something that's not suited to you, and it's not going to give you that sort of healing frequency or whatever. But for me, witchcraft works. It's just the fact of the matter. It's something that feels like it fits, like a comfortable article of clothing. And it nurtures me. I never feel so healthy as when I'm practicing it. So, perhaps an atheist might say, religion is the opiate of the masses, and maybe I am a weak person, who cannot exist without that opiate. I don't know. All I know is what's good for me. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Also, I went to the vegan potluck, as I said in my other short video. And it went really well. I was really anxious in the beginning, but everyone was really nice, and it was fun. Yeah, so it was good to get out and meet some people, and I'll be hanging out with them again in the future. I'm just trying to work out what time the meetings are and all the rest of it. As for I was talking about the belly dancing, I really want to do it, but it's on at 7:30 at night on a weeknight, and I finish work at 5, so I'd have to hang around in town for 2.5 hours and then catch the bus home in the dark. And Hobart, like the town there, isn't, it's not like Melbourne or Sydney or even Adelaide, where things stay open and you can find something to do. In Hobart, by 6 o'clock, everything is shut. So I don't know what I'm going to do there. I mean, I could just go chill out in a park for 2.5 hours, but I don't know. So I guess if it's worth my while, I'll do it. Just work out if it is worth my while enough. Yeah. So I've been feeling a lot better, and consciously working on feeling a lot better. And I think that I will continue to make videos, but on a different topic, because I find the veganism thing quite emotional and stressful sometimes. So it could be a very good idea for me to stay off it for a while. And there's enough people out there doing the same kind of work, so I'm sure it's not going to, be of any great consequence. Yeah. So what I think I might do is do some videos on paganism and pagan spirituality and witchcraft, which I think I find fun, Yeah. And I just wanted to quickly say thank you to Sandra. I left your name off the last video that I did, and it was a terrible mistake, and I'm sorry, and I'm never going to do a shout out ever again. Never, unless I'm only mentioning one specific person, because I just am forgetful, and I will leave people off, and then I will be very upset. So, yes, I'm doing a lot better. You may be able to tell. And I'll speak to you all again soon. See ya.